Good afternoon, everyone. I am Tanvi Narendra Desai from TYCO. A very warm welcome to our today's guest, Dr. Suvarna Patil, on behalf of ICRA Gargoti. She has completed his MCA, PhD, and MBA. Then she has teaching experience of 19 years with industrial experience of 1 year, and also have proficiency in soft computing skills, data mining, and especially research in field of physiologic neural network. She worked as a technical writer for newspaper like Maharashtra Times, Kolhapur. She wrote 3 books with ISBN, namely Web Supporting Technologies and ERP for Distance Education Department, Bharati Vidyapit Pune. She also developed e-content according UGC 4 quadrant format for Center for Online and Distance Education, Bharati Vidyapit Pune for subject operating system. She also published 12 research papers in journals, and she is currently working as an assistant professor in Bharati Vidyapit, deemed to be a University Institute of Management and Rural Development Administration, Sangli. Thank you.
Yes, Tanvi, thank you so much for your wonderful introduction.
Welcome, ma'am.
Yeah, so initially, I would like to thank Sri Mauni Vidyapit Institute of Civil and Rural Engineering College, Gargoti, for giving me opportunity to conduct this guest lecture. Thank you, Ranjit sir, for providing this opportunity. I guess I'm interacting with the third year student, engineering student of computer science, right? Yeah, some mics are on that is creating a noise. Tanvi, have you unmute yourself? Okay, some
Yeah, ma'am.
humming is there. Okay, fine. So basically, I definitely have an experience of some 20 years, 1 year of industry experience, and I like to interact with the students from different colleges to get different experiences. Uh, Definitely, the Ranjits are also conducting a good lectures for you, but there is always something different input when you attend any guest lecture. So actually, I was wanted to meet you physically with the offline lecture, but as the schedule and the short notice, we are conducting this in an online mode. So let me take a review. I guess you have the paper of right now. You know HTML and JavaScript as the inputs provided by Sir, right? Yeah, anyone can answer. Yeah, you have HTML and JavaScript, right? That part is covered by the faculty. And as a extra input for you, we have asked to conduct a session on jQuery. Okay, now jQuery, just see what how it is defined. Basically, it is a JavaScript library. So if anyone asks you in the interview or in Viva about the question about the jQuery, you can answer in one line. It is basically a JavaScript library. Now, why? What is the difference again in JavaScript and JavaScript library or using a jQuery? jQuery is a very fast and concise. So it is called as write less. You can write a very small code, less code, but you can achieve more things. You can get the output more things. So in small part, in small snippet, in small code, you can achieve many things if you are using a jQuery. So basically, jQuery is a fast and concise JavaScript library. It simplifies HTML document. What you can do, you can traverse, you can go through, then you can handle the events as you do in JavaScript. Additionally, you can go for animation, and the major advantage of using jQuery is you can have AJAX embedded in your jQuery, and that is helpful for your rapid web development. So in one line, we can say jQuery is a basically JavaScript library, and why we are using it, because it is a very fast and very simple code, very small code that is called as a concise code, and that simplifies your HTML website development. Now this will be the agenda why we are learning a jQuery. Just I said, in jQuery, what you can do, you can write less and you can do many things. You can do more. The next important advantage of using jQuery is performance, because as you know ki, the pages which are loaded on the home web page using any browser, the performance matters. If your the page is having many images, very heavy content, jQuery can handle it very easily, so it is giving a good performance when you are handling the heavy data, web pages loaded with the heavy data. It is standard. Many of the companies like Twitter, Google itself, Amazon, they are using a jQuery nowadays. One thing is not mentioned, but I will mention it later on. It simplifies the common JavaScript task. So we'll see the example when you are writing one code with JavaScript, how more code you write in JavaScript, and the same task you can simply easily do in jQuery. Then you can access the different part of a page using jQuery. It is not possible with any other language. So with the help of AJAX also, you can load only a specific part of the page. The whole page will not be loaded. There is no need to load the home page. So basically, whatever change you want in a particular part, whatever access modification you want in a particular part, you can do by using jQuery. As we are accessing the part, similarly, we can modify the appearance of the page. You can alter, you can change the content of the page, and you can change the user interaction with the page. So by using some different command, different events, the interaction would be more easy when you are using a jQuery. Just in the previous slide, we have seen we can add the animation. We'll have the example of it. And lastly, just I mentioned the previous slide also, it is providing you greater AJAX support. So this whole PPT will be talking about jQuery. The next PPT will be focusing on AJAX, and then we'll have more some 20 examples based on only jQuery, only AJAX, and combination of both. One thing is not mentioned here, which is recently added, that is cross-platform support. If you are going for jQuery, the developer should not worry about the platform, which browser I'm using. So any browser, it is compatible with the jQuery. So that is the biggest advantage of using jQuery, cross-platform support. Now, actually, we'll go for the syntax and the intro of the jQuery. Uh, yeah, don't just look at the PPT slide. I will tell you one more thing here. Ki, being a B student or any computer science student, maybe a diploma or engineering, you may be having many languages, maybe C, C++, Java, PHP, Python. If you're going for web development, you have to learn HTML, JavaScript, PHP, and the process goes on. Okay. So I every time tell you ki if you want to be web development, it is a different skill set. If you want to learn only website development, you have to develop a separate skill set. So basic is HTML, that is the first step. The second may be JavaScript, and later on you can add on the steps, go on the steps. Now, as per your skill set, the company will pay to you. If you only know HTML, the company will, for example, pay you 1,000 rupees. That is only development for static website. If you go for JavaScript, we call them as a interactive website. If you know JavaScript, the company will may pay you some 2,000, 5,000 rupees. You know, you have a two skills with you. Then if you want a dynamic website development, you go for a PHP. See, static, HTML, interactive, I call as the JavaScript. When you want dynamic, you go for PHP. The company will pay you a little bit more in that case. Now, addition to that, we have fourth category, which is called as a responsive website. And there is a role of Bootstrap, all these technologies where their website becomes responsive. Means as you we can say reduce the size of the window, the text will be automatically arranged. Okay, so with the help of a scroll bar you can check the content. If you are not using a Bootstrap type of technology, there will not be a scroll bar, the text will be arranged vertically. But if you are using a normal website, you will get a scroll bar, you have to check the text which is left and right. Okay, so that is the fourth category, major category, responsive website. So same website you open on a cell phone, the device size is different. According to device size, the content of web page will be displayed to you. Okay, so what I'm telling you ki, as you are in IT field, you have to grow every day, you have to develop, you have to learn whatever there new in the market. Now there may be a question ki how it is possible to learn every time a new language. So I believe ki learning a language is just a task of some 8 days. Okay, once you know the logic behind the problem solving attitude, the analysis of the problem, if that is done, that is strong point of view, you can learn any language in 8 days. See, learning language will be focusing on only learning syntaxes. Suppose you have C in first semester, getting input from user, you are writing scanf, printing, you write a printf. Same thing in C++, you write C in, for printing, you write C out. Same thing in Java, either you get it on a command line argument, or you just parse it through scanner class. And to print, you have a system.out.println. See, the syntax will be different for every language, but as an algorithm, as a logic, you should know what should be input, what should be the output, and the major part is of the processing. Okay, so you should be good in a programming skill. Your programming skill should be good, and only one language should be strong. Okay, so industry will give you some 8 days, 15 days of training, and they will ask you to learn any new language. Okay, and second one important thing is, at least in one or two lines, you should know what is the power, potential, benefit, advantage of a particular language. If someone tells you you have to implement the jQuery, you should know ki, okay, jQuery is a part of JavaScript, so the syntaxes are easy, you have to just follow the JavaScript pattern. Okay, so what is power of jQuery? It is easy to write, simple to write. That power you should know. If someone tells you you have to include the AJAX, you should know ki yes, in a web page I want to just change a small part of the code, small part of the web page I want to change, I should use a AJAX. Okay, as you Google anything, you will get the answer for everything. So as a programmer, when you enter in the industry, now industry is supporting you the copy paste cut paste pattern, but the logic is required, what part should be copied and where to paste. Okay, so just keep in mind, learning any platform, any language, new environment is not a difficult task. Okay, and unless and until you go for a big project, semester project, academic project, you won't learn all the A to Z part of we can say small things from that particular language. Okay, yes. We'll go ahead. Basics of jQuery. The jQuery provides you independent scheduling point after DOM is created and before the images are loaded. Now, when the jQuery part is executed in your web page, when your document is properly loaded on the web page. Now, I guess you know the DOM architecture. DOM, you know. Let me check on the, yeah. Where is the chat window? Yes, anyone can put in a chat window. DOM, you know what is DOM? DOM, DOM. Yeah, those are using a cell phone. They can reply in a chat window. DOM, it's a document. Yes, anyone is there? Yeah, document object model. You know that part. Okay, thank you. Uh, 1 second, where I am. Yeah. So DOM is your web browser would be there, and there would be a window, and in that the document would be loaded. In the next 2-3 slides, we'll see the DOM hierarchy also. So in the browser, when your document is created and loaded, fully loaded, we can say at that time only your jQuery will be executed. So you have to write that code particularly what you want to be executed after the document is loaded and created. There is and in between, the jQuery is executed when before the images are loaded. Okay, so the document is loaded, but the images are still to be loaded. At that time, you are executing your jQuery. Okay, all we are doing in a script, all whatever you are writing should be in a script. Now, this is one first part. What it says, we'll just explain this. Whenever you find this particular dollar symbol, it is useful. It is for shortcut for a jQuery. It means you are using a jQuery. Now, for PHP also, we have these dollar symbols for special variables like dollar underscore post, dollar underscore get, etc. But here, when you say this dollar sign, it is a shortcut for short form or a symbol of jQuery basically. Okay, so here dollar document dot ready is a basically jQuery event. Now, how to classify, how to express, how to explain this, how to understand this? It means when your document is ready, we want to execute a particular function. What this line says, when your document is ready in a DOM, it is created, it is loaded. At that time, when you say it is ready, we'll call this function. I repeat the statement, how we will explain this. When the document is ready, execute the function. Now here, this is example of we can say anonymous function. We have not given any name for the function. So whatever you write after this function will be executed when the document is ready. Okay. We'll read the remaining part. Dollar document ready is a jQuery event. It fires as soon as DOM is loaded and ready to be manipulated by the script. This is the earliest point in the page load process where the script can safely access the element in the page HTML DOM. Okay, now this event is fired before all the images and CSS are fully loaded. See, there is a glitch between document is loaded or document is ready. See, document is created, that time it is ready. At that time, the jQuery will be executed. It is not fully loaded. When you say document is fully loaded, the heavy part, designing part like images, CSS, when it is on the page, you can say now document is fully loaded. Okay, so you have to take care about the ready event and the load event and other events. So ready is just is created, and whatever initial part you want to execute, you can put it in the ready function. Okay, to use a jQuery, there is no dependency. I guess for HTML and JavaScript, there is no dependency. You can write in any notepad or any editor, and you can execute by using any browser. You can say HTML and JavaScript. Now, again for PHP also, it's a different case. PHP basically it will be a server-side language. So for jQuery, what is a dependency? Either you can download the jQuery library from jQuery.com, it's an official website, and you can use it, include it, import it in your script, in your program. It will be on your machine. Okay. The second option, you should not worry about the path you are giving for include or import your jQuery. You can go for a CDN, which is a content delivery network. So that is giving you a CDN file, mini file for JS, mini JS, and that you can directly import from a internet. Okay, so if you are keep on changing your path, you don't know on which path I'm running my program, it is better always to include the CDN file. But if it is fixed k I'm using this machine and this path, you can put it on your machine, download the library, and you can use it from it. Okay, so in two ways you can import, include your jQuery library. It's basically JavaScript library. Okay, let us move to the syntax part. The jQuery syntax is basically tailor-made for selecting HTML element and then performing some action on the element. So every time what you are doing here, you are selecting any HTML element. In jQuery, you can't have all those buttons, uh, text boxes, labels, or any other element as you are having in a HTML. So HTML will give you a view of a page, but the controlling, the altering, the editing, displaying, event handling part will be done by the jQuery. Right now, what you are doing, you are keeping JavaScript aside. Okay, just you can make use your imagination. You have a website, you have all the Java, HTML element on the website. Okay, it's a static part, it's just a design. Maybe a color is there, button is there, text boxes are there, labels are there, choice list, everything is there. Now you want to make it run in a running state, means it should do the event handling, I should able to do some event handling, putting something in that particular element. Okay. So by using jQuery, you are selecting a particular HTML element, and then you are checking what action I can perform on that particular element. Okay. So just focus on this line. Basic syntax is $sign. Selector means on which HTML element you want to perform something, and then the action, what you want to perform. Okay, just read what is given below. A $sign, it defines we are accessing a jQuery. So I just told you in the last slide, when you find this $sign, it means you are accessing to a jQuery. Selector, what is that? It is a HTML element. So it can be your div, it can be your paragraph, it can be your button, it can be anything. Any HTML element will go here. Okay. And the last part will be a action. So action that you want to be performed on that element. So it can be click, it can be hover, it can be anything depending on the HTML element. Okay. This is clear. jQuery syntax. Okay, we'll move ahead. Example will still take some time. Okay, this is the simple example. Just now in this slide, we have seen the syntax. Okay, dollar, selector, and dot action. Now for this, you see this example. The first line, what it tells, dollar document ready function. Okay, I just told you what is the meaning of the line. Dollar means it's a jQuery document. When the document is ready, execute this function. As I told you, this is an anonymous function. We are not giving any name for this function. So what it means, whatever is written after that curly bracket would be the part of the function. Okay, the syntax is a little bit different, but it will take very less time to learn the syntaxes. Now, what is written in the function? Dollar p, p in a double quote, dot click function. Okay, and again dollar this dot hide. Yeah. Now we have to express this, we have to explain this. So what is this p? Dollar p dot click. I'll move to the previous slide. You can have find some similarity. Dollar selector action. So dollar selector action. Okay. Now who is a selector here? Which is a HTML element? I'm hoping the chat box answer in a chat box. What is the HTML element here? We are performing action on. कुठल्या HTML एलिमेंट वरती आपण आता ऍक्शन घेतोय असं दिसतंय आपल्याला पीपीटी मध्ये. P stands for paragraph. Very good. I hope students are answering, not sir. Okay. So P is a paragraph. So we are taking action, or have a selector as paragraph. Dot click. So means action will be doing is a click. So after click, what should happen? I should write again in a function. Okay. So what I'm doing, what action I'm doing, how I'm handling the event, I'm saying dollar this dot hide. So again, it is a self-explanatory. Okay. See, whenever you're doing a website, developing a website, your vision should be very large. It should be very high. It should be broad, I will say. You just put on a paper what I want to perform in a website. मला काय हवंय वेबसाईट मध्ये, मला काय करायचंय ते तुम्ही फक्त कागदावर लिहा. I want this button. When I click this, it should open this. When I click here, it should do like that. Everything you put on the paper. Now, if you only know HTML, the some things may not be possible. Whatever your goals, objectives are there. But if you search on a Google key, I want to do this. When I'm clicking, the color should be changed. When I'm clicking, it should disappear. So find it on a Google, but before that, your vision should be clear and should be broad. What you want to do. Now, whether it is achievable, feasible, viable, आहे का नाही, हे ती टेक्नॉलॉजी ठरवेल. ओके, सो मला असं वाटलं की मी क्लिक केलं की टेक्स्ट डिसअपियर व्हायला पाहिजे. Is it possible? Just Google it. Google will give you the function that is hide. Okay. So the selector is P. Action is click, and after click, what I'm doing the action, event is click, I will say the action is hide. So wherever I'm clicking the paragraph, that paragraph should be, it should disappear. Okay, it's that syntax part will come later on. This stands for wherever I'm clicking on a paragraph, that paragraph should be hidden, it should disappear. So this is a, we can say this is a reference to the current HTML element. Okay. Yeah, before you know ki, what HTML elements you're handling, you should know ki you have a browser. Browser is having a window. Window may have a multiple document, that is document, and document will have multiple HTML elements. So basically, it's a representation of HTML DOM. So you may have a form, you may have a link, you may have anchor. On form, you can have these multiple HTML elements, button, radio button, select option, text area, and everything. So with the help of jQuery, you can handle, you can edit, alter all these HTML elements which are there on the form or document. Okay. Yeah. Event. We have one more event, that is window onload. Okay, that will again discuss later on. So we cannot use DOM before the page has been constructed. Now jQuery gives a more compatible way to do this. So when the DOM is on the way, you can use the function window onload, and with the help of this function, whatever code you want to execute, you can do that. You can have the direct jQuery translation, whatever we are doing right now here, we are using this way, second way. Okay. And here directly you can use a function, dollar function also. Now this middle way, we are using a dollar document dot ready function. We are using this way to implement the jQuery. Node identification. In this example, recently we have seen the last slide, the selector we are using, that was this. This means current element. Now, when you say double quote P, it will hide all paragraphs. Okay, if you want to hide particular ID element, you have to use a hash symbol. ID you have to provide. It will hide that particular element. Okay, and if you're using a class concept while designing a HTML web page, you want to hide whole class element, you can use a dot operator. Okay, just revise it for one more time. This means current element, it may be anything. If you're using in double quote, it will hide that paragraph or any div or whatever it is. If you want to access a particular ID, particular element, you have to use that ID hash. So whenever I'm using a hash, it means a particular ID. And if you're using a dot, it means a class, whole class. Okay. So that is for selector. Okay, we'll go for first example. Now jQuery selector and the element selector. The jQuery element selector selects an element based on the element name. So as you can select all P is for paragraph, elements on the page like this. So when I'm writing it in a double quote P, it will hide the paragraph. Okay. Here only we'll move for the first example. Okay, I think share the screen. Okay, just give me a second. Okay. Uh, jQuery hide paragraph. Yeah. See here the example. I'll just make it zoom. This is the first example how you can hide the things, hide the paragraph. One second. Yeah. So here we are hiding the paragraph. I'm just switching the, yeah, this program you can see hiding the paragraph or whatever we are clicking. Okay. So when I'm clicking here, it is hiding the paragraph because I have given that particular selector paragraph. Click me to hide the paragraph. Okay. Uh, I guess you know this part of inspect. Yeah. So if you want to see how the commands are executed, console you can check on the right side. Yes, if check the screen is visible on the right side. I guess you do all these things. Whatever web page, there is a one major issue in case of any web page, HTML, JavaScript, as you might have noticed. For C or C++ and Java, you can check the errors very easily. It will give you a list of errors, but in case of HTML, JavaScript, it is not displaying you any error. You have to find it out. Okay, I'll tell you the way also how to find out the errors. But there is one more way. You can right click on the page. You can click on inspect, and that will show you everything, the display, the UI on the right side. Okay, and you can click here on the console. You can click on the network basically to check the commands, how they are going, from which page they are going, what data it is transmitting. Everything you can check here. Okay, so just keep in mind key checking errors is a bit difficult, but with the help of inspect on your code, HTML page, you can check here. Okay, so when I'm clicking here on other paragraph, 1 second. Yeah. Uh, See here, I am on the right side of the window. I am taking my cursor on this is heading. Open. I've taken all care to 1 second. I have used the XAMPP, so htdocs jQuery, your first program hiding paragraph. Yeah, we are here. Yeah, refer to the code here. Now the extension for the program is HTML. Okay, the first part, the head part, HTML part. Here the script is added. We are saying the source is here. We are providing the CDN file that you can take it from internet. Okay, this is a CDN file, min file we call it as a. Now this particular part is your jQuery part. Okay, and this remaining part is for displaying the HTML element on the screen, HTML code. So here I'm saying heading paragraph. So why we are not hiding this element? Because it is a header H, and these two are our paragraphs. So those two paragraphs are hidden. Okay, we are disappearing it, but the remaining thing we are keeping as it is. Now see the what code is saying. This much is your jQuery code. Document ready function. Now when your document becomes ready, execute this particular function. Okay, now when the function will be executed, it is saying button click. Okay, so on when you click on this button, the function will be executed. And how you are handling the event, what you are writing, what action you want to perform, you are saying double quote p dot hide. So as this is p, all two paragraphs will be disappeared, it will be hidden. Okay, so this is a simple first jQuery program, how you can hide the element. Basically how you access the particular element. It is not about hiding or anything. Writing a small code in jQuery, you should focus on which element you want to interact or you want to change or anything. Okay, so on which button, on which element you are creating an event, that is important. Okay, second thing, what action you are performing. So here I am doing click. Okay, and then uh, basically event, then what action you are performing. So these three parts are important. I'll just zoom it again. So event will be created or it will be occurred on button. Event will be click event, and action performed should be hide. Three parts you should keep in mind. Selector means on which HTML element you want to perform the event. What is the event, whether it is click or anything else. And after event, how it should be handled, what action you want to perform after the event occurs. Okay, three things are important. Yeah, I'll close this. Okay, so see, clicking, it is hiding. Hmm? Yeah, we'll move to PPT again. So this is done, hide, DOM is done. We have identified this. So if you want to hide all paragraph, you can hide it. Want to hide particular element, you can give that ID, or this you can write. Okay, we'll just make one change here, small change in notepad file. See, one second. Okay, what will happen if I write like this dot hide? Yeah, you can unmute or you can answer in a chat box. Better you unmute. uh, yeah, if I click here, what will happen? Your command button, the button is disappeared. Because what change I have made in the code, I have written here, I'll just zoom it. Here, I'm writing this. So wherever you are clicking, that element will be disappeared. Right? Yeah, there is nothing in a chat box. Okay, is it audible? Are you there? Yes, thank you. Okay, this concept, you got this concept when you say this and when you say P, is it clear? So nobody will write like this code. It is just like a story of what you say, shake chili. Because when I'm clicking here, that button is disappeared, but I want that button. So nobody will write like code like this. Okay, just to show you the use of this, I've written this. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead with the PPT. Yeah, so these are the selectors. You can select any of the way. Okay, the second way will not go for this, but you can have this particular ID. So when you give a hash symbol, you are selecting a particular ID, particular element. When I say P, it is for all paragraphs. When I say hash, it is a particular ID. Yeah. See, for this another paragraph, I have taken an ID as test. Okay. And what I'm hiding, I'm saying dollar hash test dot hide. It is hiding that particular uh, element. Mhm. Okay, this is done. This example you can do on your own, hiding a whole class. Okay, so you are using a dot, it means you are hiding a whole class, all elements which are belonging to that specific class. Period operator, period character, or dot operator, you can see. Okay, we can selecting a groups for of DOM object. So in JavaScript also you have all this. So if you want to get a particular element on from the web page, how you can get it by get element by id, you can get element by name, you can have a query selector, and you can have a query selector all. So all these are the ways for, to get the elements, particular element from your web page. Yeah. So in dom, how you write this, the left side is a way how you write in a JavaScript, normal DOM, and in jQuery, how you write it. So when you in JavaScript, when you say get element by ID, the same thing can be done by using a hash to get the ID. Okay. When you want a whole category, you are giving in a double quote, just like we have seen in the paragraph case. So it is a tag name in JavaScript. This is just a comparison ki normally how you do in a JavaScript and how you can do in a jQuery. Okay, DOM method and jQuery method. It's just a part of a practice. Now if you are having a good hand on JavaScript, it will take some time to be do practice or to do some programs on jQuery, but as you learn it, you will find it very interesting because of the library support. There are huge number of library support. It's basically open source, so whenever some developer finds something new, he will put as a jQuery library, JavaScript library on internet, and you can directly use it. Okay, events which you can handle, jQuery event methods. An event represent a precise moment when something happens. So it can be anything, moving a mouse over an element, it can be selecting a radio button, it can be clicking on any element. So it can be any event, you can find n number of events on internet. Now, though there are some events, the basic events jQuery should handle is a ready event. We have discussed recently in the previous slides. So, document ready, so that is a, we can say, default event or system event. If you want to do something when the document becomes ready, you can put in a ready event. And all these click, hover, whatever double click events are there, you can say they are user defined. As per our choice, we are defining, you are writing it. Okay. Example we have for jQuery hover, we'll go for it. Yeah. Uh, yeah, this was for this example. One second. This is for whole class actually. Okay. jQuery DOM. Yeah, see here. This is changing the color. Hmm? We'll open this jQuery DOM number 4 number program. See here. Yeah. So what we are doing here, we are changing the color. It is actually in toggle case. So click, the color will be changed, toggle. Hmm? Mm, I need to check the hover example. Yeah, this was also initial program. We'll just see this also. If you are using jQuery, what it happens, how it, the code is there, and if you don't use a jQuery, how it goes. With jQuery, without jQuery. Yeah. Mm, yeah. See here. If you write, if you don't know what is jQuery, you will execute this part, this part, style of a programming. We'll see the output first. 8 number program. 8. Okay, without jQuery. I'm clicking here. It is saying some hello all. Okay, the output will be moreover same. Okay. Now, what is the code here without jQuery? This is a code without jQuery using plain HTML and JavaScript. So I have taken a button. Saying click me. Okay. I have taken a paragraph. In the paragraph also I am writing displaying something, and also I am giving alert hello all. Okay. On click I should call the function my function, and it will be executed when you click here. Now by using a JavaScript, what you have to write, you can use the alert function. And the second is when you want to write something by using the JavaScript, you have to write like this: document dot get element by ID. So on which ID you want to write? I want to write on a demo ID. Okay. And then either using the inner HTML or inner text, you have to modify the text. Okay. So this program is giving you output in a two way. One is a alert box you are getting, and other is a in a paragraph you are getting output as hello world. Okay, this is a script by when you don't know about jQuery, it is only using HTML and JavaScript. Now refer to the other program with jQuery, the program number 7. Yeah, with jQuery. Okay, it is also giving some output alert box. I'm saying okay. Now see what is this code with jQuery. See, it is more simple. Document, ready, function, okay, button, click, alert, jQuery tutorial. Okay, there is no need to write a get document by element, write a inner text HTML and everything. No need. Okay, in a simple way, write less, achieve more, or get more by using this jQuery. Hmm? This is a part when you can differentiate ki you are using a JavaScript, you have to write a more code. Writing a jQuery, you have to write a less code. Hmm? I'll just close it to avoid the confusion. Let me check with other programs. With jQuery. Yes, we have this hover example. Okay. Here, when I'm entering in this paragraph, it is showing me some message. But this is a hover event, basically. We'll see the code. Open. What happened? We missed that folder. jQuery. No. C. XAMPP docs. Yeah, see here the program jQuery. jQuery hover. Okay, we'll open this all. Now this is the code. So what is the HTML part? Displaying, this is a paragraph. That's the only part we are doing, displaying the things, HTML element on the screen. We have a ID P1. Okay, so in Java, in jQuery, what we are writing, as the document becomes ready, okay, the event we are having is hover, putting the cursor on that particular HTML element, and which element it is? It is a P1. Hash is used for ID, particular selector, particular ID. Okay, when I'm entering here, I should say you have entered in P1. Okay, as you go out from it, I am saying bye, I am leaving you, or whatever message you want to display. Okay, by using alert, I'm just displaying a message. When your cursor is on that particular paragraph, it will display a message. When it is out of that paragraph, it will display the other message. So here hover function, hover event is handled. Okay, there is one more example we can go for. One second, 10 number. Okay, 10 add node. Okay, no, this I was not done. Okay, but when I'm clicking here, it is adding some content. Okay, so click, it is adding some numbers. This is also part of jQuery. Now, what is we are doing in a code actually? HTML part, what we have only div. Okay, add stuff. Yes, we have this div, and the name we have given my div. Okay, see is visible, and when you click, you should call this particular function. Okay, what you written in a function, we have a add stuff function. I'm just appending that particular numbers, whatever number I'm printing, 1 to 10, 0 to 9, That those numbers I'm just appending by using that particular div. Okay. As I have, we have adding nodes, we can remove also, go on deleting, all this we can do just by using a remove code. Yeah, so we just move to the next slide. Yes, so we have seen click event, hover event. There are many more events. You can search, you can Google. Uh, yes. Now there is one more important part, that is a callback function. Now callback is required when you, when whatever task you have given, it is completed. So you are doing something, when you are loading something, you want to display a message. And when that task is completed, you want to display some message. In that case, you can add a callback function. Now see the text which is written. A callback function is executed after the current effect is 100% finished. So what you want to perform, what task you want to complete, when that is completed, only that time only there it will give a call for the callback function. So the name is given as a callback. Why it is callback? When when you complete the task which you want to perform, just call me back. So it is a callback function. Okay. Uh, yeah, we'll see this example. I don't know where it is. What is given here, you can see with without callback. You see the downside, the second example here. Yeah, so when you click on the button click, I'll execute the function. I will hide the paragraph for 1000 seconds. I'll display a message alert, the paragraph is now hidden. This is without callback. Now see where I am writing a callback. This is with callback. There is very small difference. Can you identify? See, after hide, here I have written slow, and again I have written some function. Okay. So what this without callback will do, it will execute this hide, and before it is hidden for 1000 millisecond, it will display this alert message. It will not wait for the hide to complete. Okay, it will immediately call that alert. But here on the upper side, when you are giving a callback function, see p.hide in bracket slow and function. Now this function is a callback function. On the downside, p.hide 1000. We have not given anything after this. But this with callback function, when this hide is completed, at that time only this alert message will be displayed. It will say the paragraph is now hidden. Fine. So this is with callback. This is without callback. So callback is required when you want to perform something after completing your task. एक काम दिलेलं आहे, ते पूर्ण झाल्यावर मला काहीतरी मेसेज डिस्प्ले करायचा आहे, तर you can go for the callback function. See, there is a very little bit difference between these two codes. Observe it carefully. After this hide, we have opening bracket and closing bracket. In that, if you write again a function, this is a callback function. Okay, on here hide 1000, there is no comma, there is nothing up in this round bracket. Okay, so this there is no callback. I don't know whether example is covered. We'll complete this slide, then we'll see whether example is there. Yeah, the last part of the PPT slide show, this is who is using JQuery. Again, there are many more big companies who are using a JQuery for their small tasks. Easily you can do by using a JQuery. Google, Microsoft, Twitter, I guess, IBM, Amazon, every big player, big websites, they are using a JQuery, because the basic intention behind it is you are writing a very small code. Just go for the first slide, I will say. Write less, do more. This is the motto, this is the main thing, mission of the jQuery basically. Yeah, we'll just You can search on internet. There is a good package, we can say, in per annum, if you say some minimum 9 lakh package. Recently, there are two students selected by one company from our campus. They got the package of some 8 to 9 lakhs. So if you see the scope, the future, every language is having the future unless and until there is new player in the market. Okay, C language was overtaken by C++. C++ is very interesting again. Java is very interesting. Okay, always tell to all students, necessity is a mother of invention. So when the HTML came in the market, there was a necessity कि the web page should be interactive. So some group of people, some group of developer, computer student, they developed the JavaScript language. Then someone has a thought in mind, it is just an interactive website. What about PHP? What about backend? What about database? So they developed PHP. So scope of any language depends on the user basically. And unless and until there is new player in the market which can replace the jQuery, it will remain in the market. Fine. Yeah. Are you satisfied? You can put in a chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. We'll move to AJAX now. See, it is very interesting again. AJAX. I'll share the entire screen. Okay. The name is a bit different, AJAX, because it's an acronym, it's a short form. It is not like AJAX. I will not move to the part of history and everything. You can get it on any website. I'm just making it simple. You may have a fear of AJAX. So that part I'm just doing. I'm just motivating you in a one day, in one seminar, one workshop, 2 hours lecture. I can't teach you the whole language, but I can give you small intro so that every student will not have a fear of that language. If the company in the interview or your sir is asking you to prepare on Ajax, you should not have that fear in your mind. You should think positively ki yes, madam has given the seminar and I found Ajax is very useful and very interesting, as well as it is simple. I can accommodate it, I can embed it, I can use it in my present website. It is up to you, up to the student ki how you find the particular place usability, advantage of a particular language in your website. I don't say कि every website will require Ajax. ठीक है? So as a developer, you should know कि in this particular website where I can use Ajax, or in this particular part which language I should use. Okay, CSS, again HTML, JavaScript, CSS, the three parts are required. But as you move to the bootstrap type of technology, it makes a website very interesting, or we can say uh, it can be very user friendly, as well as you can like that. So easily the appeal would be good, the display, the appearance would be good if you are using a bootstrap. If you see the colors when you're using a HTML plain language, the color of a button would be red or something different. But if you go for a bootstrap, if you say button, okay, button, warning, the color of that particular button is very different. So it is appealing to the eyes and it is very giving a pleasant sight. Fine. So all these technologies are there depending on your need, the customer need, the company need. You have to decide की ही वेबसाईट मी फक्त HTML मध्ये करू का मला जावास्क्रिप्ट पण लागेल का मला अजून काय लागेल. असं नसतं की मला जे क्वेरी येतं म्हणून मी जे क्वेरी वापरावं असं नसतं. आता ठीक आहे, तुम्हाला सर हॅज मेड समथिंग कंपल्सरी की एव्हरीवन हॅज टू यूज अ जे क्वेरी. इट्स ओके बिकॉज his expectation is everybody should learn that jQuery. Okay, so Ajax, there is one, okay, there is one line. Okay, that was I was expected. Yeah, Ajax. We'll see this all this point throughout the presentation. What does Ajax stands for? What is Ajax? How it works? The internet standards based on advantages, disadvantages, uses, and the example code and conclusion. Okay, if you see the AJAX, it's a short form of asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So some letters I have made it capital AJAX. It's difficult to remember. Just keep in mind asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So it's a abbreviation of that. Hmm. Now we'll see every word separately. What is meant by asynchronous? What is JavaScript and what type of XML we are using here? XML is an extended manipulating language, which is above HTML. You can say. Hmm? If someone asks you what is AJAX, either you tell just long form, or you can have answers in 2 3 ways, or 2 3 answers you can have. So I like this last answer. AJAX is a user experience. Okay, so it is not like any language, we can say it is a user experience. Okay, when I'm clicking on a web page, how I want that page, how the effect should be taken place. So it is a user experience. You will experience it later on when we'll have that example. Okay, so we'll go one by one. Ajax is not a language. Okay, so if anyone asks you, it is not a language itself. It is embedded actually. A group of related existing technologies compiled together, or a technique to make the web page feel more responsive. See, I told you, if you are developing a static website, you are using only HTML. Making website interactive, using JavaScript. Making website dynamic, you are using PHP. Making it responsive, go for Bootstrap. Okay, the 4 parts are done. But now Ajax, what it will do, JQuery, what it will do, it will not change the feel look. It will be for internal processing, make the code very short. Now what Ajax will do, focus on this statement, it to make the web page feel more responsive. Okay, so we are calling it as it's a user experience. It is not a language. You will feel it is more responsive. Okay, the next line, it makes interactive web pages by providing a way for the web page to interact with the server. Ajax is a framework. So second answer, what you can give, Ajax is a framework. It is not a language itself, and it's a user experience. Okay, how I want to interact with the page, how I should get the page loaded easily, fast. That is a user experience. Yeah, the first word here is asynchronous, JavaScript and XML. We'll focus on what is AJAX is as a asynchronous and synchronous way. Now write in a chat box ki, when I'm writing you a mail, I'm writing you a mail. It's an example of synchronous or asynchronous communication. You can write in a chat box. Writing a mail, I'm communicating with you with a mail communication media, I can say. Is it synchronous or asynchronous? You can unmute or you can use a chat box. Yeah, other students, they cannot use a chat box. Those who are joined by using a cell phone. Yeah, mail is a way of, very good. It's asynchronous. I am making a call to you. It's a way of which communication? Synchronous. So tell me which way you are preferring this generation, which way you are preferring nowadays. तुम्हाला कसं कम्युनिकेशन केलेलं आवडतं सध्या, असिंक्रोनस का सिंक्रोनस? हे जो इरा आहे, हे जनरेशन आहे, ते कुठल्या पद्धतीने काम करते? येस सर, तुमचं काय म्हणणं आहे? आताची मुलं जी आहेत ती सिंक्रोनस पद्धतीनं काम करतात का असिंक्रोनस? असिंक्रोनस. ओके, मी जर सांगितले की आज मला असाइनमेंट बुक सबमिट करा, आजची डेडलाईन आहे, इतके वाजता सबमिट करा, माझ्या समोर करा, तर नाही, मुलं असं करत नाहीत. मी असेल नसेल तर टेबलवर ठेवून जातात, बिकॉज दे बिलीव्ह इन अ असिंक्रोनस वे. ठीक आहे, तुम्ही लेक्चरला मे बी बसणार नाही, नंतर आम्ही नोट्स वाचतो, एखादा व्हिडिओ बघतो, यू आर वर्किंग इन अ असिंक्रोनस वे. Okay, so the generation, the whole, we are moving toward the asynchronous way, because synchronous will block the two, I will say, parties, or two, receiver and sender. Okay, when I'm making a call, the person should be actually available at that time, then I can only talk on the call. But asynchronous mail you have put to me, I can read it at any time. Fine. So Asynchronous is the best way to conduct all the operations. Now here AJAX basically supports that particular concept of asynchronous communication. So let us first see what is synchronous. Uh, Synchronous user must wait while the new page is loaded. The typical communication pattern used in web pages: click, wait, and refresh. Okay. So diagram says it's a time frame. This is the server. This is the user. User is clicking here. View a page. Event will occur. Okay. It will go to a server. User will wait for the response. Server will generate and send the page. After that, see the arrow. Then user will view the page. Again, the event will occur. Again, it will be sent to server. Server will generate and send the page to the user or the client. This is the way the synchronous communication will be done. Okay. Many websites, many web applications, they are not using AJAX. They are working in a synchronous way. They should wait for till the page is loaded. So web application, a dynamic website that mimics the feel of a desktop app. Hmm. So it presents a continuous user experience rather the disjoint pages. असं सेपरेट येत नाही आपल्याला, एक कंटिन्युअस एक्सपिरियन्स आपल्याला येतो, सलग येतं आपल्याला जे काही येतं ते. सो एक्झाम्पल्स आर जीमेल, मॅप, गुगल मॅप अँड गुगल डॉक्स. What Ajax is doing, as we have seen, it is not a programming language. It's a particular way of using JavaScript again. It downloads data from server in the background. What Ajax will do, it will download the whole thing, whole data from the server in the background. And as per the requirement of the client or the user, it will just give that particular updates. So it allow dynamically updating the page without making user to wait. Okay. It avoids the click, wait, and refresh pattern. The example is Google Suggest. Now we'll have some more examples here. Okay. If I give an example, you will have a clear idea. Everybody is using a Facebook. So what Facebook is doing? Suppose on the Facebook, you click on the like. So like is got incremented. Like is before it is 13. If you click, it becomes 14. So in that case, whether whole page is loaded again or only that count is incremented. Yes, anyone can in a chat box. The whole page is loaded again when you click on a like, or only that particular part is changed, updated. Now, if Facebook is not using Ajax, everything will be loaded again. The page will be refreshed from top to bottom. But now they are using a Ajax kind of technology. So when you click on the like, only that part, that particular element is edited, updated, and you will find a change in that particular element. It will not reflect on the other part of the code. Otherwise, the page wait, refresh, load will take more time because of the huge data size elements which are loaded on the page, right? The similar example you can find ki, cricket scoreboard. Okay, the match is going on and the scoreboard is displayed to you. Now, if the some more runs are taken by the player, only that run count is modified. That two batsmen and maybe the total score. So only that particular part is edited, modified. It is not the whole page, and that is possible because of the Ajax kind of a framework. Have you got the point? The same thing, we can have a demo over here. Uh, Google Suggest is like this. When I'm clicking here A, it is showing me all the keywords which were maybe there in my history. Advantages, Angular, Action Script, Amazon, vagere vagere. If I click on AD, it is showing me all the keywords on AD. See, it is nothing there on the left and right side, but see the difference ki nothing is reloaded. Only this part is edited, updated. When I'm clicking ADV, okay, so only that code is updated. It is not reflecting on the other elements on your page. Okay, so this way the Ajax is actually working. When I say C, I'm pressing C, it will show me all Google suggest keywords on C. Okay, so and again as per my history. browsing history or searching history. When I say A, it is again narrow down the search. Hmm? But this is happening because of AJAX. It will not reflect, it will not load the whole page. Only that particular part is updated, edited. Okay, so drop down window, drop down box is edited. This is the power of AJAX. Okay, yeah, we'll move to the slideshow. Yeah. So this is given here. Example is Google suggest there is no click, wait, refresh pattern. Now asynchronous communication. User can keep interacting with the page while data loads. Now it itself explains the everything. User can keep interacting with the page while data loads. Okay. So as a human being also we may work in a asynchronous way. ठीक आहे. घरात आई बाबा सांगतात की जेवताना फक्त जेवायचंच काम कर, दुसरं काय करू नकोस, टीव्ही बघू नकोस, मोबाईल घेऊन बसू नकोस. ठीक आहे. दॅट्स अगेन अ वे ऑफ अ सिंक्रोनस वे. So synchronous way will block everything. It will just focus on one task and keep everything other thing as a blocking. It will block all other operations. Okay. So in real life it is okay, but in computers it is better you go for a asynchronous way for fast updating and loading. Okay. See the flow. The user, this is the time frame. The user is clicking on a view page, the event will occur. Okay. See here what is written, generate and send the partial page. Okay, so what we are telling to server, जितकं झालंय तेवढे मला परत कर, एवढं काही काम केलं एवढं मला परत दे. सो मी डिस्प्ले करतो. If I am asking for some 10 KB of data, the server will collect all 10 KB and then will send it to me. What I am telling you, just 1 KB चं काम झालंय ते मला return कर. I will just start displaying. So that will give me the continuity. I am just watching something continuously. It should not give some disjoint frames. Fine. So asynchronous will work in this way. It will generate and send the partial page. That word is more important. Immediately the user can view the result. Again, it will generate a new event. Wait, but till the time it is waiting, it will getting some result, some part. Okay. If you're asking your mother to prepare a puri chapati for you and she has planned to make some 10 चपाती करायचं आईनं ठरवलं असेल, तर आई असं म्हणत नाही की 10 चपात्या पूर्ण होऊ देत मग तुला जेवायला वाढते, असं म्हणत नाही. एक चपाती झाली की पटकन पहिला वाढून घेते आई, बरोबर ना? दॅट इज अ असिंक्रोनस वे शी इज वर्किंग. शी विल नॉट से की 10 होऊ देत मगच जेव, असं नाही म्हणत. एक चपाती झाली की पहिला मे बी मुलाला वाढते, दुसरी झाली की मे बी बाबांना वाढते, नंतर शेवटी आपण खाते. दॅट इज अ असिंक्रोनस वे. बेसिकली शी इज वर्किंग. ओके, या विल मूव अहेड. Again, with the help of diagram, it is explained how it works. We'll move it fast. Browser event occurs. Now, this is again in detail how the AJAX will come in picture here, and XML, I will say. So, when event will occur, it will create a XML HTTP request object. Now, here the XML will come in picture. Okay? It will be used for exchanging the data because server is different, client is different. So when I'm executing all my AJAX based program, I need a XAMPP or WAMP, some server I need to execute all the program based on AJAX. It will create an object and it will send that object to server as a HTTP request. What server will do? It will process that HTTP request, create a response and send the data back to the browser. Okay, as per the request, the server will create a data, it will send back to the browser. But the server will do it in an asynchronous way. It will not wait for whole data. It will send it by step, I can say. Browser process the return data using JavaScript and update the page content. So as I said, AJAX is a user experience. It is not something else. It is just a framework. So only some few syntaxes, few keywords will identify that we are using a AJAX. Otherwise, the whole program will be using a JavaScript language. Yeah, in detail, it is again given the step by step. The presentation or UI will give a JavaScript call. The browser will generate a XML HTTP request. In the second step, it is given to the web server. Diagram you can focus on the web server, maybe PHP, WAMP, XAMPP. It will implement the basic business logic implementation. And in third step, It will go to the data store, which is in the background backend. It will be returned to the server, and then server will return as a XML data to the browser, and then it will be displayed as a HTML and CSS. Why we need a XML here? Because some exchange of data is there, and in that case, XML will be useful because the server data storage may be different, and on the client side, browser side may be different. ठीक है, so uniform data presentation, if you want, you should use in between XML. Yeah, and the sixth step, whatever data you are having with the browser, it will be displayed in the given presentation format, that is HTML and CSS. Yeah, synchronous. See, only fixed arrows are there, going, coming down, going, coming down. But here there are multiple arrows. It means it is continuously communicating with the server and client. Okay, AJAX engine communicates with the J server. So will continuously sending the data. It will not wait for it. Let me complete whole data and then send. It will not do like that. Yeah. Now the coding part, the typical AJAX request. When you see the example, it will be more clear for you. But just see the text part, theory part. The user clicks, and it will invoke the event handler. The handler code creates the XML HTTP request object. So I will say ki when you say there is a keyword XML HTTP request, you can say it's a AJAX code. The request object will request a page from a server. So this request will go to the server. Server will retrieve the appropriate data. It will send it back. Hmm. Then again, HTTP XML request will be fire an event when the data will arrive. This is often called as a callback. HTTP request काय सांगते? As the data is ready, just give me a call me back. Okay, it will not wait for the whole data. It will not be you have the paper of operating system, then we have a concept of critical section and deadlock and critical region, all that concurrency control, or we can say interrupt control. It will not wait for it. It will say whenever you complete, just give me a call me back. You can attach the handler to a function to this event. Your callback event handler process the data and displays on the screen. Now, some things you require is you require HTML, CSS. You need a JavaScript because you are giving a calls to XML, HTTP request. You need a XML to transfer the data, and finally, you need a DOM object element where you want to display the content. Okay, so all these components are required when you are doing a programming using AJAX. Okay, we'll skip this. Yeah, this is given key. Every component, every technology, what benefit we are taking here, why we are using that particular technology. In this slide, I'm saying ki which internet technologies you need to implement AJAX, all these 4, 5. And here, one technology is explained in detail why you need that technology. HTML, display the web element and all that. CSS for styling. JavaScript, we are giving a call to HTTP request, XML request. For that, you need that. XML for data transmission, data transport, and DOM, the element you are handling, the tree structure, you should know how you are handling all the elements. Okay, the example is Gmail as well as Google Maps. When you zoom, when you click, the other elements are not affected when you are using a Google Maps. Ajax, by default, it is working asynchronously. If you want, you can make it to work as a synchronous also. Okay, advantages of using Ajax: interactivity. Asynchronous transmission will send the data back and forth. It is more interactive. There will be more traffic. एवढंसं काम झालंय, आपण लगेच परत करतो. ठीक आहे. Bandwidth usage, as I'm having a good traffic, I'm utilizing the good having my bandwidth. There is a small payload because I'm not sending a whole 10 KB of file, 10 MB of file. I'm sending in KB, so it will be giving the smaller payload. Encourage on the modularization. It allows non-related technologies to work together. Okay? Ajax is normally working on the server side. Okay? So you need a WAMP or XAMPP to execute the program, and it will have a combination. Any database you can have, SQL, MongoDB, anything you can have. And client side, you can again use any language. So it is allows non-related technology to work together. Okay, disadvantage, it is difficult to debug because it is asynchronous. Still, we can use the page inspect and check where is the error. Uh, Search engine cannot index or optimize. This is the higher level thing, disadvantages. We normally don't go in deep this. SEO वगैरे जे वापरतात, सर्च इंजिन ऑप्टिमायझेशन वगैरे, त्यांना हे ॲडव्हान्टेज ठरत नाही. हा, back button and bookmarks may not work as expected. When you are using AJAX, when you click on back button, that change will not be reflected. Okay, so bookmark and back button will not work in when you're using AJAX. This may experience a response time latency problem if there are many frequent updates. तुम्ही सारखं सारखं अपडेट करताय पेज, तर तुम्हाला लॅटन्सी रिस्पॉन्स टाइम प्रॉब्लेम येणार आहे, कारण तुम्ही एकाच टेबलला 10 वेळा हिट करताय. ठीक आहे, फ्रिक्वेंट अपडेट नसते, तुम्ही एकदमच काहीतरी एकदम पाठवलं आणि एकदमच रिसीव्ह करणार आहे. इट इज बेटर टू गो फॉर अ AJAX. Okay, uses real-time form data validation. When the server information is required, you can use AJAX. Auto completion, आता आपण बघितलं, ऑटो कम्प्लिशन सजेस्ट वगैरे जे येतं त्या ठिकाणी AJAX चांगलं वापरलं जातं. सॉफिस्टिकेटेड युजर इंटरफेस कंट्रोल अँड इफेक्ट सच ॲज अ प्रोग्रेस बार. तर आपण प्रोग्रेस बार बघतो, टक 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 टक, ते कसं दाखवतं की थोडंसं काम झालं की तो पुढे ढकलला जातो. इन दॅट केस इट इज मोर युजफुल. हा, अजून एक एक्झाम्पल आठवलं म्हणजे आपण क्विज जेव्हा असते आपली एखादी क्विज, तेव्हा आपण एखादं क्वेश्चन नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट जेव्हा करतो, त्या केसमध्ये पण इथे AJAXचा टायमर वापरला असतो. ठीक आहे, तुम्ही त्याच पेजवर असताय बघा, तुम्ही इमॅजिन करा, तुम्ही एकाच पेजवर आहे, तुम्ही क्विज MCQ एक्झाम सॉल्व्ह करताय ऑनलाईन कशावर तरी, पेज हलत नाही, बाकीचे काही हलत नाही, काय हलतं, टायमर हलतो, सेकंड्स मिनिट्स मूव्ह होत राहतात. ते कसं होतं, page is not refreshed, it is not loaded, you are not click on the next question, but still some updations are happening on your page. So that is again the best example of using AJAX. I'm editing, updating, accessing only that part. Timer फक्त वाढत जातो, मग ते क्लॉक असेल, डिजिट असेल, 20, 30, 40 हे जे आहे ते. That is again best visualization of using AJAX. Okay, so it's a technique for creating fast, dynamic, and responsive web pages. If you're using a Bootstrap, it is definitely responsive, but more responsive if you want, go for AJAX. Because it is updating the required part, not loading the whole page. Okay, AJAX applications are browser and platform independent. Again, it supports the cross browser, so you should not worry about I'm having a Opera, I'm having a IE, or I'm having a Chrome. Any browser, it will work. Yeah, this is the end of the slideshow. We'll move to the demonstration examples. Let me check the index. Okay, AJAX, HTML, jQuery, AJAX. We'll check one by one. I think there is one more folder, but ठीक है, आपण हे पहिला cover करून घेऊया. Yeah, this is one example where ajax.html. See, I'm clicking here, change the content. You won't find the major change. You will feel it like normal thing, HTML, JavaScript. Okay? So, hello, I'm RD. You are in Sangli, whatever statement, message I want to give. ajax.html. Okay? I'll just open the code. Yeah, I can. बापरे, खूप काय काय आहे. ajax callback. लोड. हा, हे बघा वाटली तर AJAX HTML. हे आता आपण डेमो बघत होतो. कोड टेन्शन घेऊ नका कोडचं. HTML मध्ये काय लिहिलंय, फक्त बटन घेतलेलं आहे आणि बटनवर लिहिलंय आपण चेंज कंटेंट. ठीक आहे, ऑन क्लिक इव्हेंट कॉल करतोय, ऑन क्लिकला आपण लोड डॉक्युमेंट हा फंक्शन कॉल करतोय. मेजर लँग्वेज जावास्क्रिप्टच राहते, पण काही पार्ट ह्याचा AJAX मध्ये येतो. कुठे येतो, जिथं मी XML HTTP रिक्वेस्ट हा ऑब्जेक्ट तयार करते. बघा काय केलंय, बटन डिस्प्ले केलंय, बटनावर दिलंय चेंज कंटेंट. When I'm clicking here, I'm calling load document function. Okay, load document, what it is doing, it is creating an object of XML HTTP request. See, I'm giving a request from my client side, my browser side, to the server side. Okay, so this thing is required. Again, this next part is fixed. You have to just code it like this. It is standard way of writing AJAX code. XHTTP on ready state change, call this function. Again, it's an anonymous function. what I am doing. If the ready state is 4 and this status is 200, means everything is okay, you can say. Then document get element id, get element by id demo. Demo is what? There is a div, त्याच्यावर आपण आपला टेक्स्ट डिस्प्ले करणार आहे डेमो. इथं काय कर, इनर HTML इज इक्वल टू दिस रिस्पॉन्स टेक्स्ट. ठीक आहे. हा खूप डिटेलमध्ये सांगता येतं, मी सांगते तुम्हाला आपण काय करतो इथं. त्याच्या खाली एक कोड आहे, XHTTP ओपन गेट AJAX info.txt आणि ट्रू आणि मग सेंड म्हटलंय. तर होतंय काय बघा, when I'm clicking on change content, I'm giving a HTTP XML HTTP request. What does request is saying? It is saying that open this file ajax info.txt. त्यात काहीतरी लिहिलेलं आहे, ती फाईल ओपन कर आणि त्याचे कंटेंट मला रिटर्न कर. ओके, सो आय एम सेइंग की ही फाईल ओपन कर आणि त्याचे कंटेंट मला रिटर्न कर. तुम्ही सिंपल भाषा एवढं समजून घ्या की व्हॉट आय एम डुईंग, आय एम ओपनिंग दिस फाईल अँड आय एम रिटर्निंग दिस कंटेंट. टू स्टेटमेंट्स. Now, whatever content I am returning, I should display it on my screen on my web page by using a web element. I am displaying it on my demo. So, ह्याने जे मला परत पाठवलं, that is in the response text. Whatever content of a file is there, it is in my response text. It's a keyword. I have not written that. Okay. So, फाईल ओपन केली, फाईलचे कंटेंट आपण रीड केले आणि ते आहेत रिस्पॉन्स टेक्स्टच्या व्हेरिएबल मध्ये, असं इमॅजिन करा. अँड दोज कंटेंट्स आर डिस्प्लेड ऑन द वेब एलिमेंट डेमो. अँड दिस इज अ जावास्क्रिप्ट कोड, यू नो, document dot get element by id demo inner HTML is equal to something. That something is your response text. From where I'm getting that text? I'm getting it from ajax info.txt file. So कुठली तरी एक फाईल आहे txt, that I'm opening, I'm getting that content. Now this HTML request I am giving with the help of get method. Okay, I can use a post also. I am getting here by using a get method. Okay, so content I am getting and displaying on this demo. I think it's clear. Simple one problem. Yeah, if you combine now jQuery. Now we'll go in detail now. Separately you have studied ki what is jQuery, you know, what is AJAX, you know. Okay. In this program, we have not used a jQuery anywhere. Okay. You may find it difficult initially. मॅडम कसं ओळखायचं की ह्या प्रोग्राम मध्ये काय काय वापरलंय, HTML आहे का, PHP आहे का, जावास्क्रिप्ट आहे का. ठीक आहे, इट अगेन कम्स बाय प्रॅक्टिस. But I tell you, this program, basic program, ajax.html, it only talks about HTML, JavaScript, and AJAX. Okay. So the second code, AJAX load. Now this has AJAX and jQuery. Basically, नाही एकच काम करते ते, but it is using a jQuery because we have $sign, we have document, we have ready. ठीक है. Okay, what we are doing here again, there is a div, and on that div again below there is a button, get the content. When I'm clicking here, it is calling this function button click, and I am reading this file ajax.info and loading that content in a div. प्रोग्राम बघून प्रोग्रामचं एक्सप्लेनेशन कळतंय का बघा, त्याचं कंटेंट कळतात का बघा. I am displaying this button, I am displaying this div. When I'm clicking on this button, this click event will be executed, it will occur, and after that what action I want to perform, I'm saying load ajax info.txt into that div. Okay, let us see how it works. Ajax load.html. Where is the code? Okay. Now क्या program से AJAX HTML. Now क्या बघा AJAX load.html. I don't know whether this file कुठे आहे बघा, ही ह्याच फोल्डरला आहे ना, नाही वॅम्पला आहे ती फाईल. ठीक आहे, राहू दे, हरकत नाही. काही फाईल्स आज माझं वॅम्प काम करत नव्हतं, मी काही फाईल्स झॅम्पला कन्वर्ट केले, मग झॅम्पला टाकल्या. सो दिस इज द वे की आय कॅन सी द कोड, आय कॅन लोड द कंटेंट, बाय जस्ट युझिंग द फंक्शन लोड. इथे लोड फंक्शन वापरले आपण. ओके, अजून एक दाखवायचं होतं म्हणजे असिंक्रोनस सिंक्रोनस कसं काम करतात ते बघा. वी हॅव सो मेनी एक्झाम्पल्स ऍक्च्युली. डायरेक्टली इथं करता येते का बघूया. मला हे हवंय a1.php. एक मिनिट हा, नावं परत बदलायला लागतील मला. I'll tell you how asynchronous works and how what is asynchronous. Very easy. पाहिजे मला get.php. ओके, कुठे मी बघा get.php. I'm displaying hello. ठीक आहे, ओपन दिस कोड get.php. कुठे आहे बघा तो कोड आता. जी get.php. ठीक आहे, जस्ट सिंपल hello. You see what is get1. Yeah, 1 second. Actually, I have called this get1 and get2, but let me check where I have written that now. Demo test index. क्लिक केल्यावर होते का बघूया. मी कुठे आहे तेच कळत नाही. ब्राउझर माझा इंडेक्स पेज काय दाखवत होतं आपल्याला. हिअर P1 P2 येते नाही, हे हॅलोच आहे फक्त. डायरेक्ट इंडेक्सच ओपन होतं इथं. ऍक्च्युली गेट1 आणि गेट2 ला कॉल येतो आणि तो असिंक्रोनस मध्ये कॉल करून दाखवलाय. ते मला मिळते का बघते, 2 मिनिटं होल्ड करा. कन्फर्मेशन नाही. टाइप्स ऑफ AJAX नसेल. या नाव वेगळं, टाइप्स AJAX.php. ते प्रोग्राम रन करून बघतोय आपण. TY टाइप्स AJAX.php. हा का रन झाला नाही, बघूया आता नेटवर्क मध्ये याला कॉन्सोलला काय प्रॉब्लेम झाला. ओके, एक केलंय. द रिझल्ट इज डिस्प्लेड इन कॉन्सोल ऍक्च्युली. हा आता बघा, हा एक प्रोग्राम आहे टाइप्स AJAX.php नावाचा. इथं काय केलंय बघा, hit1 कॉल केलंय, मग hit2 कॉल केलंय. ओके, खूप सिंपल एक्झाम्पल आहे. असिंक्रोनस सिंक्रोनस मधला फरक आपल्याला कळतो. hit1 कॉल केलंय, hit2 कॉल केलंय. व्हॉट hit1 डज, hit1 जस्ट से की it is calling the file get1.php. ठीक आहे, hit2 it is just calling the file get2.php. get1 मध्ये काय लिहिलंय आपण, get1 लिहिलंय, get2 मध्ये लिहिलंय फक्त get2. क्लिअर आहे का बघा, परत सांगते. आय एम एक्झिक्युटिंग टाइप्स AJAX फाईल, एक फाईल रन करते. आय एम जस्ट कॉलिंग hit1 and hit2. okay, hit1 I am just reading the content from get1.php and displaying on the console. हा प्रोग्राम काय सांगतो, get1.php रीड करायचे युजिंग अ मेथड पोस्ट. ठीक आहे, सक्सेस झाली तर मला हा रिझल्ट डिस्प्ले करायचा आहे. एक एक लाईन बघा. रीड कुठनं करायचे, get1.php. विच मेथड, बाय युजिंग अ पोस्ट. ठीक आहे, ऑन सक्सेस आय हॅव टू एक्झिक्यूट द फंक्शन. सक्सेस जर झालं तर काय करायचंय, जे काही मला रिझल्ट मध्ये आहे ते कॉन्सोलला डिस्प्ले करायचे. द सेम थिंग आय एम डुईंग इन hit2. आय एम कॉलिंग hit2, reading the content from get2.php by post method and displaying result on the console. फाईल परत रन करून दाखवते. टाइप्स ऑफ AJAX रन केली, इथं आलं काय काय आलं बघा, get2 आणि get1 आलंय. या एनीवन कॅन अनम्यूट. एक थोडाच वेळ घ्यायचा आपण, अजून एक 10 मिनिटं. आउटपुट दिसतंय get2 आणि get1. मला एक सांगायचंय, मी परत क्लिअर करते. परत रन केला, get2 आलं, राईट साईडला बघायचं. हा, मी झूम करते, परत रन करते. पहिलं काय आलंय, get2 आलंय, जरा वेळ लागला. मग काय आलंय, get1 आलंय. ठीक आहे, वेळ का लागला, आपण गेट 1 मध्ये लिहिलाय स्लीप. ठीक आहे. पहिला रन कुठला केला आपण टाइप ऑफ एजेक्स मध्ये बघा. पहिला रन कुणाला करतोय आपण हिट 1 ला, म्हणजे गेट 1 ला आपण ऍक्च्युली रन केलाय पहिला. पण डिस्प्ले पहिला कोण झाला गेट 2 झाला. समजते का झाला तर गेट 1 स्लीप मध्ये गेलेला आहे. समजते मला 2 कामं करायची आहेत. मी पहिलं पिक्चर बघणार आहे आणि मग जेवणार आहे. ठीक आहे. पहिलं काम आहे पिक्चर बघ आणि मग जेवायचंय. पण जर मी हे सिंक्रोनस वे मध्ये केलं तर कंपल्सरी मी पहिला पिक्चर बघणार आहे आणि मग जेवणार आहे. पण जर मला पिक्चरची लाईट नाहीये, सीडी अवेलेबल नाहीये, मे बी मूवी अवेलेबल नाहीये, तर मी हे काम स्किप करून पुढचं काम करणार आहे इन अ असिंक्रोनस वे. फरक कळतोय का बघा. असिंक्रोनस वे. इफ इट इज सिंक्रोनस वे काही करून मी पहिलं मूवीचं काम संपवायचं आणि मग सेकंड काम करायचंय. असिंक्रोनस वे काय सांगतं ह्याचं काम जर डिले व्हायला लागलंय थांबायला लागतं तर ते राहू देत, पुढचं काम करायला घे. सो जरी आपण गेट 1 ला पहिला कॉल दिलाय तरी पण गेट 2 पहिला डिस्प्ले होतोय. इथं आपण स्लीप टाकलाय, ह्याला आपण थांबवलंय, झोपवलंय, थांब म्हटलंय. पण ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टमनं काय केलेलं आहे, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम माहिती की अजॅक्स मध्ये आपण काम करतो. अजॅक्सचा असिंक्रोनस काम करायला आहे. ह्या कामाला जर मला वेळ लागणार आहे तर आपण पुढचं काम करून घेऊया. मग त्याने कन्सोलला काय केलं गेट 2 पहिला डिस्प्ले केलं, मग गेट 1 डिस्प्ले झालाय. क्लिअर आहे का बघा. दिस एक्झाम्पल, बेस्ट एक्झाम्पल फॉर युअर असिंक्रोनस अँड सिंक्रोनस. आय मेक अ स्मॉल चेंज इन द कोड. इथं आहेच हे. असिंक्रोनसला मी फॉल्स करते, फक्त सेव्ह करते, परत रन करून दाखवते. आउटपुटकडे जरा लक्ष द्या. रन केला, गेट 2 गेट 1. ओके. मला वाटतं खालचा पण कोड चेंज करायला लागेल. असिंक्रोनस फॉल्स. कॉमेंट केलं बघा. असिंक्रोनस ट्रू आहे आता. गेट 2 गेट 1. आय गेस खाली पण मला असिंक्रोनस फॉल्स करायला लागेल. गेट 2 गेट 1 आणि फॉल्स जर केलं म्हणजे ट्रू असतं बाय डिफॉल्ट. मला वाटतं खाली पण फॉल्स लिहायला गेलं. चेक करूया आणि एकदा आपण. इथं पण काय झालंय गेट 2 पहिला रन व्हायलंय आणि गेट 1 यायला लागलंय. ओके. खाली पण हा सेम कोड ऍड करूया आपण. असिंक्रोनस फॉल्स. आता चेक करून बघूया. हाच कोड करतोय ना आपण. हा. I don't know why it is not reflecting, but it should give first get 1 त्याने द्यायला पाहिजे आणि मग get 2 द्यायला पाहिजे. ओके. सो असिंक्रोनस सिंक्रोनसला काय करतो थांबतो तो पहिलं काम होईपर्यंत आणि मगच पुढचं काम करतो. ओके. द टाइम परत जर तुम्हाला काही वाटतं ह्याच्या शंका तुम्हाला हा कोड मी पोस्ट करते. त्यात दाखवते की फरक कसा पडतो ट्रू आणि फॉल्स. बाय डिफॉल्ट ते ट्रू असतं ऍक्च्युली. मला डाऊट वाटतोय की हाच कोड आपण तिथे रिफ्लेक्ट होतोय का नाही असं वाटायला लागलंय मला आता. नाही. हा कोड वेगळ्या फोल्डर मधला ओपन झालाय. आपण करतोय तो वेगळ्या फोल्डर. त्यामुळे आपण 1 मिनिटात परत डेमो घेऊया याचा. ओपन. Just hold on for 1 minute and we'll end here. XAMPP. कुठे गेला फोल्डर htdocs मध्ये आहे का तो टाइप्स. ओके. इथं फॉल्स काढून बघूया आता. हा सेव्ह झाला. रन करून दाखवते. ह्याला काय एरर आली आहे. हा इथं कॉल कुठला आला बघा. पहिला गेट 1 कॉल झालाय मग गेट 2 कॉल झालाय. बरोबर आहे. कारण असिंक्रोनस आपण इथं फॉल्स केलेला आहे. तो गेट 1 रन होईपर्यंत थांबणार आणि मगच गेट 2 रन करणार. थांबला तो, पॉज झालाय, स्लीप झाला, मग गेट 1 आला, मग गेट 2 आला. पटकन दोन्ही पण आले. ठीक आहे. पण हे जर मी असिंक्रोनस फॉल्स काढलं तर काय होणार आहे पहिला गेट 2 कॉल होणार आहे आणि मग गेट 1 कॉल होणार आहे. कारण तो थांबणार नाही. गेट 1 स्लीप पडलाय आणि गेट 2 स्लीप पडलाय आणि गेट 1. Okay. Yes, you can put in a chat window if you understand this concept of synchronous and asynchronous. By default हा true असतो. If you want to make it false, you can make it. पण AJAX हे asynchronous काम करतो. Okay. Yes, actually I have some more PPTs, but I don't think I can go further. ठीक है, this is a slide for some more concepts. Being in a good IT industry, you should know all this. You should know CSS. See, I don't know the syllabus, but if something is not there in syllabus, still you have to learn it on your own. You can't blame on the syllabus. You can't blame on the teacher. ओके, तुम्ही असं म्हणू शकत नाही की सरांनी हे शिकवलं नाही, हे आमच्या सिलेबसला नव्हतं किंवा मी अबसेंट होतो, बिकॉज युअर होल करिअर इज डिपेंडंट ऑन युअर होल नॉलेज ऑफ इंजिनिअरिंग. सो तुम्हाला एक्स्ट्रा आपला पण सेल्फ लर्निंग करायला लागतं. त्यामध्ये CSS आहे, असेल सिलेबस तर ठीकच आहे, पण इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ डिझायनिंग. बूटस्ट्रॅप मात्र शिकून घ्या. ठीक आहे, इट्स अगेन मोस्ट पॉप्युलर फ्रेमवर्क फॉर HTML अँड ऑल दिस CSS. सो तुम्हाला पटपट डिझायनिंग चांगलं येतं, टेबल आपले जे येतात ते छान येतात, कलर चांगले येतात, बटन चांगले येतात, इफेक्ट चांगले येतात त्याच्यामध्ये. जेसन एक एक्स्ट्रा शिकायला लागतं इफ यू वॉन्ट टू डेव्हलप अ स्किल सेट ॲज अ वेब डेव्हलपर. It's a JavaScript object notation. Again, it is used as XML, exchanging your data. As a best example आहे, मे बी डिजिलॉकरला आपण एखादा डॉक्युमेंट जेव्हा डाउनलोड करतो डिजिलॉकरला, तेव्हा जेसन हा शब्द येतो. दॅट इज द डॉक्युमेंट विच इज स्टोर्ड ऑन अ डिजिलॉकर, द फॉर्मॅट इज डिफरंट अँड द वे इट इज डिस्प्लेड ऑन अँड्रॉइड, द फॉर्मॅट इज डिफरंट. सो हे फॉर्मॅटिंग, एक्सचेंजिंग, स्टोरिंग हे जे काम आहे हे जेसन मध्ये चांगलं होत असतं. PHP माहिती असेल, इट्स अ सर्व्हर साइड स्क्रिप्टिंग लँग्वेज. So any dynamic website with the database, if you want to build, you should go for a PHP. Yeah, there are more two trending languages. One is Angular. It is basically used for front-end development. Okay, so industry is in demand of developers. They have a knowledge of AngularJS. It's a JavaScript framework. So some more tags are added with HTML. ठीक आहे, इट्स इझी टू लर्न, यू कॅन गो फॉर इट. हां, इट्स अ सिंगल पेज ऍप्लिकेशन. हा एक मोठा फीचर आहे. AngularJS इज अ परफेक्ट सिंगल पेज ऍप्लिकेशन. सो इन अ सिंगल पेज यू कॅन फिट युअर होल वेबसाईट फ्रंट एंड. असं फ्रंट एंड महत्वाचं, बॅक एंड महत्वाचं आहे. Node.js हे मॅक्सिमम सर्व्हर साईड बॅक एंडला आपण वापरतो. ठीक आहे, ह्याला पण डेव्हलपरची खूप डिमांड आहे सध्या. सो तुम्ही फुल स्टॅक डेव्हलपर एक नाव ऐकलं असेल. फुल स्टॅकमध्ये आपण सगळे कंपोनंट एकत्र शिकतो. मे बी तुम्ही सिलेबसला एक शिकलाय, दुसऱ्या सेमला शिकलाय, तर एकत्र आपण एक फुल स्किल सेट शिकतो, पूर्ण स्किल सेट. त्याला आपण म्हणतो फुल स्टॅक डेव्हलपर. आय डोंट बिलीव्ह इन पेइंग मोर मनी फॉर दिस कोर्सेस अँड ऑल दिस अकॅडमीज. ठीक आहे, तुम्ही सेल्फ मोटिवेटेड असाल, सेल्फ स्टार्टर असाल, तर आपला पण यूट्यूब अँड ऑल युअर गुगल, ऑल युअर वेबसाईट हे बघून तुम्ही शिकू शकता, तुम्ही ते करू शकता. अँड सी, देर इज ऑलवेज डिफरन्स बिटवीन इंडस्ट्री अँड अकॅडमिक. तुम्ही अमेझॉन सारखी वेबसाईट बनवू शकतच नाही, बरोबर. एखादा एक्स्ट्रॉर्डनरी रेअर असू शकतो एखादी केस, पण ते बनवायची गरजच नाही. तुम्ही सिमिलर बनवा, त्यातलं एखादं फीचर ठेवा, इट्स ओके. कळते. सो अमेझॉन इज हॅव्हिंग व्हेरी एक्सपिरियन्स स्टाफ, व्हेरी गुड टीम लिडर्स, टीम मॅनेजर, खूप स्टाफ चांगला आहे त्यांचा. असं आपला अजून डेव्हलप व्हायचा असतो. देर इज अ थिन लाईन बिटवीन अकॅडमिक अँड इंडस्ट्री, हे लक्षात घ्या. आमचे एक्झाम्पल हे असे सिम्पल असणार आहेत. इंडस्ट्री विल फेस अ रिअल लाईफ एक्झाम्पल्स. ओके, सो Node.js बॅकएंडला वापरतो आपण, बॅकएंड प्रोग्रामिंग सर्व्हर साईडला. ऑल आर फ्री सोर्स, फ्री ओपन सोर्स बेसिकली. ओके, इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये अजून 2 फ्रेमवर्क वापरतो बेसिकली. कोल्हापूर, सांगली, पुणे, बेंगलोर ह्या काही साईडला असे काही फ्रेमवर्क्स वापरले जातात. त्याचं एक नाव आहे कोड इग्नायटर आणि दुसरं आहे लारावेल. सो कंपनी असे विचार, तुम्हाला कुठलं फ्रेमवर्क येतं का, अशी एखादी कंपनी विचारते. सी, नोईंग अ लँग्वेज ॲज अ PHP इज ओके, बट नोईंग अ कंटेंट मॅनेजमेंट सिस्टम, होल वेब ॲप्लिकेशन फ्रेमवर्क इज डिफरंट. लाईक द्रुपल असेल आणि कुठलं असेल, तर कोड इग्नायटर हा फेमस आहे, अगेन ओपन सोर्स आहे. लारावेल पण ओपन सोर्स फ्रेमवर्क आहे फॉर वेबसाईट डेव्हलपमेंट. PHP फ्रेमवर्क आहे. त्यातला मॅक्सिमम कोड इग्नायटर वापरला जातो. थोडा सोपा आहे समजायला. सो इफ यू वॉन्ट, यू कॅन डाउनलोड इट, यू कॅन ट्राय इट ऑन. ठीक आहे, कोड इग्नायटर तुम्ही वापरू शकता. येस, अजून काही प्रोग्राम्स होते, बघायला लागतील तुम्हाला. ते काय करायला, इंडेक्सच ओपन करते फक्त. JQuery झालं. ड्रॉप्स एक काहीतरी राहिला होता, दाखवायला मला. ड्रॉप, ओके. This is a drop down autocomplete. Again, you can use a JQuery as well as AJAX. When I press I, it is showing India. When I press A, it is showing America. सो ह्याला PHP पण वापरलंय, डेटाबेस पण वापरलाय आणि असा एक छान अट्रॅक्टिव्ह ड्रॉप डाऊन वापरलाय. तुम्हाला वाटत पण नाही की हा ड्रॉप डाऊन आहे. बघा, सो असं अट्रॅक्टिव्ह तुम्हाला डिझाईन करायला तुम्ही सेपरेट कंपोनंट शिकून घ्या पहिला आणि मग ते एकत्र ॲज अ प्रोजेक्ट मध्ये बांधायचा प्रयत्न करा. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द एक्झाम्पल ऑफ ऑटो कम्प्लीट कंट्रीचं एक्झाम्पल आहे. ए केलं की अमेरिका येतं, आय केलं की इंडिया येतं. बाकी डेटाबेस मी ऍड केलेला नाहीये. ठीक आहे, सध्या अर्जेंटिना वगैरे घालायला पाहिजे, जर्मनी वगैरे. सो वी हॅव अ डेटाबेस ओव्हर हिअर, यू कॅन ऍड इट. लोकल होस्ट इथं आहे. सो इंडिया आणि अमेरिका मी दोनच ऍड केलं इथं. ड्रॉपचं झालं. अजून कुठलं एक्झाम्पल असेल? सम मोर एक्झाम्पल्स आय हॅव. बघा, तुम्हाला हे दाखवायचं, जावास्क्रिप्ट गेम दाखवायची. दिस अ गुड गेम यू कॅन डिझाईन बाय युझिंग अगेन अ जावास्क्रिप्ट. अरे बापरे, आपलं बटन जायचं. ॲज अ सबमिशन प्रोजेक्ट किंवा एक्स्ट्रा करिक्युलर प्रोजेक्ट म्हणून पण तुम्ही करू शकता. आय एम नॉट pro in all these games. Okay, so you can do this. Draggable हे फार मोठं नाही आहे, भारी नाही आहे, पण एक आहे एक्झाम्पल. यू कॅन ड्रॉप मी हिअर, द कलर विल बी चेंज्ड. अगेन इव्हेंट हँडल केलेलं आहे. हा, राईट साईडला बघा, तुम्हाला काही एरर दिसतात कन्सोलला किंवा नेटवर्कला. हा बेनिफिट आहे. इफ यू क्लिक ऑन इन्स्पेक्ट यू कॅन इझिली सी ऑन द राईट साईड. ठीक आहे, तुम्हाला कन्सोल वगैरे दिसतो, तुम्हाला एरर ह्यात लगेच कळतात जर काही असेल तर. इट्स अ बेस्ट वे. AJAX ते सेम एक्झाम्पल असेल. स्लाइड, या आय थिंक इट हॅज गॉट एरर समथिंग. आता एरर काढत बसत नाही आपण. अबाउट इट, हा, याला मीन जेएस फाईल सापडतली. मीन जेएस चुकली असेल, प्रत्येक काही ठिकाणी वेगळी असते मीन जेएसची फाईल. स्लाइड स्नेकचा एक बघूया. हा एक छान होता, बघा होतोय का बघूया. या, दिस इज ऑल्सो गुड इफेक्ट. बघा, तुम्हाला इफेक्ट द्यायचा असेल कुठं तर, की एक आपला टेक्स्ट आहे, ह्या तुम्हाला इफेक्ट द्यायचा आहे. हा ब्लाइंड इफेक्ट आहे. रन करा, डिसअपियर होतो. ठीक आहे, अगेन इट विल बी लोडेड. शेकचा इफेक्ट आहे, हलतो असा. सो ऑल दिस इफेक्ट यू कॅन ऍड बाय युझिंग अगेन jQuery अँड जावास्क्रिप्ट. स्मॉल कोड लिहायचा आहे, खूप गोष्टी आहेत अचीव्ह करायच्या. हे एक छान एक्झाम्पल आहे. बघा, मोठा होतो ना, डिसअपियर होतो. ओके, हा पण इंटरेस्टिंग आहे. स्नेक गेम आहे. जावास्क्रिप्ट, jQuery, AJAX असे काही टेक्निक वापरून यू कॅन डिझाईन दिस. बघा, करता येईल तुम्हाला असं. ओके, ड्रॉपडाऊनचं आठवत नाही सर. ड्रॉपडाऊनचं काय दाखवायचं होतं काय जावास्क्रिप्ट मधलं? प्रोग्राम फोल्डरला पण अजून काहीतरी असेल. हे प्रोग्रामचंच होतं नाही का? ते इंडेक्सला जात आहे. AJAX एक्झाम्पल झाले सगळे ना. AJAXचा फोल्डर सेपरेट नाही आहे वाटतं इथं, फक्त jQueryचा आपला फोल्डर होता. येस,
नाही,
हा.
राहू दे मॅडम.
बस झालं, मुलं कंटाळली काय?
तसं नाही आहे,
हा,
मेनू राहू दे
ठीक
म्हणलं.
आहे. हा, ठीक आहे. मेनू आला 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 आला. हा बघा सर, दिस इज अगेन इन जावास्क्रिप्ट. मी काय सांगितलं, तुम्ही फक्त इमॅजिन करा, व्हिज्युअलाइज करा की मला अशी वेबसाईट हवी, मला त्यात हे पाहिजे. अँड देन यू सर्च ऑन इट की मी कुठली टेक्निक वापरू, कुठलं लँग्वेज वापरू, कुठनं शक्य आहे हे आपण बघायचं. ठीक आहे, सो इमॅजिनेशनला काही बाउंड्रीज नाही आहेत. तुम्ही इमॅजिन करा की मला असं करायचंय मॅडम वेबसाईटमध्ये, करता येतं. ठीक आहे, बट इन सम केसेस यू मे हॅव टू लर्न एनी लँग्वेज. इथं आपण ब्लँक दिलंय, त्यामुळे ह्याचं काही पेजेस ओपन होत नाहीये. बट दिस इज ऑल्सो रिक्वायर्ड इन इंडस्ट्री. जावास्क्रिप्टची खूप डिमांड आहे इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये. खूप सारे मागतात, जावास्क्रिप्टची लोक मागतात, पण बेसिक चालत नाही, थोडं ऍडव्हान्स लेवलचं पण करायला लागतं त्यांच्यासाठी. येस, इफ यू हॅव एनी डाऊट यू कॅन गो अहेड. आय हॅव एंडेड फ्रॉम माय साइड.
मॅम, मला एक क्वेश्चन.
येस, गो अहेड तन्वी.
बुकमार्क्स आणि बॅक बटन अजॅक्स मध्ये डिफिकल्ट होतं यूज करायचं, त्याच्या इन्स्टेड काय यूज करू शकतो?
नाही, ते दिलंच नाहीये, कारण ते स्टेट मेंटेन करत नाही ना. कारण आपल्याकडं प्रोटोकॉल जे असतात ते स्टेटलेस आणि स्टेटफुल प्रोटोकॉल असतात. मग स्टेटफुल जे आहेत ते स्टेट मेंटेन करतात, आणि स्टेटलेस जे आहे ते मागं काय झालं ते बघायला जात नाही, स्टेटलेस असतात. त्यामुळे अजॅक्स काय करतं, डायनॅमिकली कंटेंट चेंज करतं. मग बॅक करून तुम्हाला ते कंटेंट नाही मिळणार ना. आणि तसं त्या ठिकाणीच आपण ते वापरायचं ना, बेसिक ज्या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला बॅक आणि बुकमार्क करायचं नाहीये. कारण एक लक्षात घ्या, पेजचा URL चेंज होत नाहीये तुमच्या. पेजचा URL चेंज होत नाहीये, त्यामुळं तुम्ही बॅक केला तर URL आपला सेमच राहणार किंवा तुम्ही मागच्या URL पण जाऊ शकता. हा प्रॉब्लेम आहे, म्हणून ते बॅक आणि बुकमार्क घेत नाही. वाटते गेट आणि पोस्टचे पण एक्झाम्पल होते, पण तुम्हाला बास एवढं. गेट काय आणि पोस्ट काय. येस,
Okay, ma'am.
एनिथिंग
Thank you.
एल्स? If you are done, if it is possible, make the cameras on, Sahil, Tejas, so we can have a group photo from your side.
Any,
Yes, sir can instruct
any
you about.
questions from others?
Yeah, Tejas, Tejaswini.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead.
Ma'am, my question is that what will be the future of all this web-based technology? Means this technology having that kind of potential to be work with it in future.
No, I think I have answered this question. You're asking about the future of technologies. No, just repeat the question. Future of all these technologies. Technology will keep on changing. I explained this key. When I have completed my BSc, it was 1997. MCA I done in 2001. In 97, I was learning the languages like Pascal, COBOL, okay, and the I'll say document updating software was WordStar, like your Doc, Microsoft Doc, Word. Okay, and instead of Excel, we were working on Lotus 123. So they are now outdated. So just as said की necessity is a mother of invention. तुम्हाला वाटतं का की jQuery मध्ये अजून काहीतरी कमी आहे? ते जर कमी असेल तर there will be a replacement for jQuery in future. आणि तेही सांगितलं की being a IT student you should always updating, developing, upgrading yourself. तुम्ही असं कधीच म्हणून चालत नाही की फुल स्टॉप. आज आम्ही jQuery शिकलो, आता बास, आता मी शिकणार नाही. असं होऊ शकत नाही. ठीक आहे, आणि त्याची भीती पण घ्यायची काहीच कारण नाही. तेही सांगितलं की लर्निंग एनी लँग्वेज विल टेक सम 8 or 10 days. कारण तुमचं लॉजिक बेसिकली क्लिअर आहे. मी तुम्हाला सांगते, सर पण मला सहमत असतील की मे बी मी आज PHP मध्ये एवढी एक्सपर्ट नाहीये. मे बी ओके, आय एम नॉट टीचिंग इट राईट नाव. आय मे बी टीचिंग फॉर लास्ट बिफोर 5 years. तरी पण PHPतला प्रोजेक्ट घेऊन एखादा मुलगा आला, आमच्याकडे पण प्रोजेक्ट असतात MCA ला, BCA ला, तर त्याची मी एरर काढू शकते. का तर माझं लॉजिक चांगलं आहे. मला सिंटॅक्स नाही कळत, मे बी हा मला आठवत नाही की सेमिकोलन आहे का नाही. हा पायथन, आता पायथनला सेमिकोलन नाही आहेत, PHP ला आहेत. असं कालच झालं की त्याचा कोड होता तो पायथन मध्ये होता आणि मी चुकून त्याला सेमिकोलन दिला. ठीक आहे, ब्रॅकेट्स आहेत का नाही, डबल कोड आहे का सिंगल कोड आहे. हा थोडासा सिंटॅक्स मध्ये फरक राहतो, पण तुमचं लॉजिक बेसिकली चांगलं पाहिजे, प्रोग्रामिंग स्किल चांगले पाहिजे, तुमचं प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग चांगलं पाहिजे की हा मला प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व्ह करायला येतो. याचं लेटेस्ट एक बेस्ट एक्झाम्पल आहे, तुम्हाला हे माहित नसेल. when you check a number is odd or even, what you do, you just divide it by 2 and you check the mod, right? जर रिमाइंडर 0 आला तर you say the number is even. आमच्या एका मॅडमचा मुलगा आहे जो आता 12वीला आहे, त्याला जावा स्क्रिप्ट वगैरे काहीतरी होतं, त्याने वेगळं लॉजिक लावला, त्याने नंबरला डिव्हाइड केला, मॉड नाही केला, आणि जो न्यूमरेटर आला तो इंटिजर असेल तर तो नंबर इवन आहे, आणि तो जर इंटिजर नसेल म्हणजे फ्लोट व्हॅल्यू असेल तर तो ऑड आहे. किती सिंपल गोष्ट आहे बघा, पण आपल्याला कधी क्लिक झाली नाही. आपण एका ठराविक वेनं काम करतो की नंबरला मॉड करा, रिमाइंडर 0 आली तर इवन आहे, टू न भाग घालतोय आपण, ठीक आहे, तर इवन आहे, अदरवाईज तो ऑड आहे. सो आपण एका वेनं फक्त विचार केला. सो लॉजिक, प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्विंग ऍटिट्यूड, रिझनिंग हे खूप महत्वाचं आहे इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये. ठीक आहे, यू वी हॅव MOU विथ सम IT कंपनीज. आमच्याकडे लोकल लेवलला एक युबीटेक नावाची कंपनी आहे, ते कंपनीचे ओनरशी मी फ्रिक्वेंटली आमचं डिस्कशन असतं. ते सर म्हटले त्याच्या नॉलेजला आम्ही फार कमी किंमत देतो, पण त्याचा ऍटिट्यूड, त्याची रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, त्याची कमिटमेंट, नवीन टेक्नॉलॉजी शिकायची त्याची इच्छा, ह्याला आम्ही जास्ती मार्क देतो. कळते? सो बिंग IT स्टुडंट यू शुड ऑलवेज अपग्रेड, अपडेट, कीप ऑन मुव्हिंग. बाकी सिव्हिल इंजिनिअरिंग, मेकॅनिकल सारखं आपण थांबू शकत नाही. आज आम्ही हे शिकलो आता बास थांबलो, असं करता येत नाही. You can't define a scope and future for any language. If there is any replacement, you should learn that. Okay? Yes, anything else?
Any question or anybody can give the feedback regarding this session?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Vaishnavi.
Hello, ma'am.
Huh.
Thank you very much for the session.
Yes,
I
it's my
enjoyed
pleasure.
your session and learning more about jQuery and AJAX. You
Huh.
explained each query very well by giving examples. It made easier for me to understand.
Yes.
I would like to thank you again for your valuable time, and the session was amazing, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And I just remind you one more time. See, this guest lecture, this seminar, workshop will not help you. It will just give you intro, some insight about any technology or language. It is you have to sit with it, follow any website, W3 असेल, tutorial point, Java T point, काही असेल, ठीक आहे, or see some videos. And then by after getting some basic knowledge, you form a problem. एक प्रॉब्लेम तयार करा. चला मी आता अशी वेबसाईट करेन की त्यात मी हे असं असं करेन आणि मग त्याचं एक 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 सोल्युशन काढत जावा. तर काहीतरी सक्सेस मिळेल, तर बरं वाटेल की आपण ते लँग्वेज शिकलो. कळते. अँड ट्राय टू इंटिग्रेट ऑल दिस टेक्नॉलॉजी इन युअर वन वेबसाईट. एका वेबसाईटवर मी सगळं एकत्र वापरून बघा. ठीक आहे. तिकीट बुकिंग करतो आपण, एक बुक केलं की त्याचा रेड होतो, ग्रीन होतो. इथं पण अजॅक्स वापरलेला आहे. तुम्हाला वाटलं पाहिजे, कळलं पाहिजे की अरे इथं काय वापरलं असेल, कुठलं टेक्निक वापरलं असेल. तर इफ यू आर चेंज सी द स्मॉल चेंजेस ऑन होल पेज, स्मॉल पार्ट, इट इज अ अजॅक्स विच इज युज्ड. जे क्वेरी असं कळून येणार नाही तुम्हाला, पण अजॅक्स मात्र असं समजतं. येस, एनिथिंग एल्स तेजस्विनी? येस सर, वी कॅन
Hello,
स्विच ऑन. येस.
hello, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for
या दोन
valuable
दोन
time
माईक ऑन
spent
आहेत का
with.
बघा, इको येतोय. हा.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for valuable time spent with us. You explained everything in detail, and it made it easier for me to understand. Also, many things like asynchronous, you was explained with very simple examples, and you told about benefits about jQuery and AJAX, and it is applicable in many big companies like Amazon, Microsoft, IBM. So this lecture was very important for us and also beneficial to us. So thank you so much, ma'am again.
येस येस, थँक्यू वैष्णवी. तिथं येऊन घेतलं असतं आणि छान वाटलं असतं. मागे बसलेले मागच्या बेंचवर बसलेले काय करतात काय दिसत नाही आम्हाला इथून. तुमचं काय टायमिंग आहे? 5 ला संपते तुमचं कॉलेज?
5:30.
ओके, फाईन. सो असं गडबड नसेल मुलांना 5 वाजले जातो म्हणून. येस.
Hello, ma'am.
येस.
I am Arya.
येस.
Good afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon all.
येस.
Sorry, good evening.
येस.
Now I am here for last session of this guest lecture for vote of thanks. Before this lecture, really we are not about the jQuery and AJAX concept, but after this lecture, we learn a lot of things about jQuery and AJAX. I honestly speaking, ma'am, this lecture is very useful and valuable for all students. So thank you once again, ma'am.
Yes, it's my pleasure. Sir, you have recorded the session, na?
So everybody just
Yes, switch on the camera.
on your videos, we want to check one photo. Everyone just on your videos.
Yeah, Vaishnavi, whatever position you are, Tejas, and some other students. Vaishnavi Bhandari, Omkar, yes. ए स्थिर पकड रे कॅमेरा, हलू नकोस. सर तुम्ही का हलताय?
Okay, sir, I have taken screenshot.
येस, स्टील यू हॅव गुड स्टाफ्स. रणजित सर खूप हुशार आहेत, खूप कॉपरेटिव्ह आहेत. दे अंडरस्टँड द स्टुडंट प्रॉब्लेम. सो यू आर लकी इनफ, fortunate enough to have a good staff with you at Gargoti level. Okay, so take advantage of that. One thing I would like to mention, I'm working as a training and placement officer also. So many companies, they have a one comment, one feedback about the student की मुलं हुशार आहेत, हार्ड वर्किंग आहेत, सिन्सिअर आहेत, ऑनेस्ट आहेत, सगळं आहे, पण दे आर वीक इन कम्युनिकेशन. ठीक आहे. वी रणजित सर, वी ऑल्सो हॅव लर्न फ्रॉम इंग्लिश मराठी मीडियम, सॉरी. सो वी हॅव डेव्हलप्ड ऑन आवर ओन दॅट यू कॅन डू. सिम्पल टेन्सचा अभ्यास करा, पास्ट टेन्स, प्रेझेंट टेन्स, फ्युचर टेन्स, आणि थोडीशी वोकॅबलरी. मी म्हणत नाही की खूप मोठे अवघड शब्द वापरावेत, की ह्याला काय म्हणतात, त्याला काय म्हणतात. सिम्पल वर्ड्समध्ये आपल्याला जे येतं, आपल्याला जे वाटतं ते आपण एक्सप्रेस करावं. So I would like to see all those students having doing BE from Gargoti placed in good companies. ठीक आहे. त्यामुळे कंपनीज इकडच्या स्टुडंटला प्रिफर करतात, कारण ते हार्डवर्किंग, सिन्सिअर, ऑनेस्ट, हुशार सगळं असतात, पण दे कांट कम्युनिकेट. ओके, तेवढा एक तुम्ही ड्रॉबॅक जर ओव्हरकम केलात, तेवढा एक अभ्यास केलात, प्रॅक्टिस केलात, तर तो पण प्रॉब्लेम तुमचा सॉल्व्ह होऊन जाईल. कळते. ह्याच्यावरती आर माधवनचा पण एक चांगला व्हिडिओ आहे. ही हॅज स्टडीड इन कोल्हापूर, आय थिंक राजाराम कॉलेज. ओके, सो इम्प्रूव्ह युअर इंग्लिश कम्युनिकेशन, दॅट इज ओनली वन फॅक्टर रिमेनिंग विथ यू. मग कॉन्फिडन्स आपोआपच येतो. बरोबर आहे. आता काही मुली फक्त बोलल्या, वैष्णवी वगैरे का बोलल्या, तर त्यांना कॉन्फिडन्स आहे. हा कॉन्फिडन्स सगळ्यांच्या मध्ये यायला पाहिजे. आज जर कोणाला म्हणलं की पुढे येऊन बोला, तर आपण नाही बोलायला जात, कारण आपलं नॉलेज कमी असतं त्यामुळं, आणि कॉन्फिडन्स. ओके, सो इम्प्रूव्ह दॅट, यू विल डू अ ग्रेट इन युअर फ्युचर. येस.
Just a minute. Thank you, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and delivering the good lecture, which is informative as well as practically oriented. So thank you once again.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for inviting. Yes.